Hello friends, this is Dr. Sudhanshu Sharma from School of Computers and Information Sciences, and today we will be taking advanced option in spreadsheets in session number 1, and subsequently we are dividing the content of this unit into 3 sessions, and we will be covering the relevant components in subsequent sessions. So let's start with session number 1. In this session you will be able to understand the sorting mechanism in MS Excel, and we will be also discussing about the various ways to filter the data, to sort the data, and to use the lookup tables. We will be discussing about an important feature of data validation, where you can put a control on the cell that what type of values it can accept, and that means you can explicitly put a control on the worksheet cell wise by using the concept of data validation, and that the concept of data validation will be extended to apply on the VLOOKUP formula, which is actually a part of the lookup tables which we are going to cover up in this session. There are two type of formulas, HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP, and they are actually covered up in this session for under the lookup tables. So sorting of the data is very important. You need to arrange the data in an ascending order, descending order, and there are numerous ways available in MS Excel to sort the data, and it can be applied either on a cell or on a whole sheet. So you can apply the sorting mechanism on this range of cells or on the whole sheet, and there are different type of sortings. Likewise, you can go for the alphabetical sorting or chronological sorting, and different mechanisms are there. We will be discussing in this. Likewise, say you are having different class of products. Say in the example, you may have laptops, desktops, or earphones and headphones and batteries and many other type of products, and they are having different prices, and they are being purchased in different quantities. So as a result of which the billing part caters to respective amounts. Now if you want to sort the products in an ascending order and descending order, then what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to go into the home tab. Within the under that you will find an editing section, where you can go for the sort and filter option. By clicking on the sort and filter option, which is explicitly mentioned under the editing tab, you will find that multiple options will emerge. You can select A to Z option to sort the data in an ascending order, or Z to A to sort the data in descending order. Apart from this, there is a mechanism for customizing your sort. Say you want to sort on the basis of the quantity purchased, or from the price point of view. That means from the most expensive product to the least expensive product, or the least expensive product to the most expensive product. Then accordingly you are supposed to customize your sorting mechanism. So if you so to sort the data, you select the data and you go into the editing tab, go for the sort and filter option, and for ascending part you just click on A to Z option, and the data will be sorted in the ascending order. Now for the descending order, you are supposed to go for the Z to A option selection, and the data will be sorted in the descending order. Now to customize it, you go for the customized sort. The moment you select the customized sort, different columns, whatever columns are available into your data. Likewise over here, there is product, there is quantity, there is price, and there is amount. Whatever column you want to select on which the sorting algorithm is to be applied, you just select that column, and you select the option that you want the data to be sorted in ascending order, descending order, and click OK. Then on the grounds of your selection, that means you want to sort the product, or the quantity, or the price, or the amount. Accordingly the sorting will be done. Now there is again an alternative mechanism, or you can say a keyboard shortcut is there. That means you can press Ctrl, Shift and L all together, then automatically the filter tabs will appear onto the first row, which contains the headers of your data. That means you select the entire data and press Ctrl, Shift and L. The moment you press Ctrl, Shift and L, the filter type of tabs, some combo boxes type of tabs will appear on the first row, which carries the heads of your data. and the moment you select any of the column, you will find that different options are available, that you want to sort the data in ascending order, descending order. Then accordingly that cell will be sorted, and not only that cell, the analogous columns are also sorted. The data present in analogous columns is also sorted. You should not think in the way that say the products are there and you are sorting on the basis of the price, then only the price data will be sorted and the product name will remain as it is. If it is done in that way, then entire data will be distorted. Excel takes care of it automatically. That means you select any of the columns and you want to sort the data in ascending order, descending order, just select that option and click OK, and that data will be sorted in reference of that cell, and all respective cells, the related cells, are sorted accordingly. Now many times you need to filter data, you want to focus on a particular type of data, then the filtering option is also available, and like sorting, the filtering of the data is also very important in analyzing the data effectively. So data and filter goes hand in hand, that is, they are usually used all together, and the way you are supposed to use it in the manner, you are supposed to go to the home tab. Within that, after that, go for editing option. Within the editing option, the option for sort and filter is altogether available. You just click on that tab and you will find number of options are available. Within that option, you are supposed to select the filter option. The moment you select the filter option, again a combo box types appears on the header row, that is the top row of the Excel sheet, which carries the heads of the columns, and you can click on any of the row and you can select that. You can select the option that select all, or you can select some of the required data. Likewise, you want to have only details for the desktops, laptops and smartphones, then you simply click on those options and click OK. So the respective rows, that is the row containing the data for the desktops, your laptops and your smartphone, will only be reflected. If you want to know the information, that is the price or amount and the quantity purchased for the headphones or the earphones, you just click on those two tabs and remove other checks, then click OK. You will be having the filtering for the data according to your choice. Thereafter, you may need to search the data. Again, to search the data, you are supposed to go into the editing option and you go for the find option. Then the moment you click on the find option, a window appears where you can enter the data you want to search. Say you are having thousands of the roll numbers of the students who scored marks in their respective subjects, but specifically as per you want to have, say, records of a roll number 4117, then you can just go for the find option, and within the box you type the number 4117. If the roll number is available in the spreadsheet, then that particular row will be reflected. To simplify the part, there is again a shortcut method. You simply press Ctrl F. By pressing Ctrl and F all together, the find option is activated and you just enter your data you want to find in. After entering the data, you just click find, and you will find all the records relevant to your search. Now, data validation is very important part, as it is discussed in the beginning. So data validation is one of the very important concept. By using this concept, you can put control over the cell or also over a range of cells. So in order to put control over the range of cells or a particular cell only, say you are having the data related to the product, quantity, price, amount, and say also you are having a discount offered by the company. Now this data is tabulated, so whatever data you are having into an Excel sheet, you can select the data, and the moment you select the cell, it will reflect you a list of the data, that is the list of the products available in your Excel sheet. So how to do that? You just select a cell close to your data or at any position, say on the same sheet or another sheet. To begin with, let's take up another a cell, say at position G2 in your current sheet only, and you go into the data tab, press the data validation option. The moment you click the data validation, a window popped up that is titled with data validation, and where under the settings tab, under the validation criteria, there is a combo box where different type of options are available. Likewise, what kind of data you want in that particular cell. Likewise, in our case, it is cell number G2. The say you want that data in the cell should be a whole number or a decimal or a date or time or text length. Then based on your option, only that type of data will be entertained by that particular cell. In our case, say we want a list to be incorporated in our data, so we select the list option and press OK. The moment we press OK, another option appears where we are supposed to select the source. So the source is our entire list. So if you select the entire list, then that will not serve the purpose, because you want the list of the products in G2. So you select the column from A2 to A8, which actually carries the different type of products, which are our desktops, earphones, headphones, laptops, smartphones, and so on and so forth. The moment you select the range, that is A2 to A8, and press OK, you will find that in cell G2 a combo box type appears, which carries the entire list present from A2 to A8. Now this mechanism of data validation is very useful, and we will be using this mechanism when we are going to work with VLOOKUP, that is the lookup commands, in our subsequent slides. So before working with VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP formulas, we are supposed to understand what is in fact a lookup function. A lookup function in MS Excel is actually used to look into a single row or a column and to find a value from the same position in another row or a column. Its functionality is quite limited, and it is not entirely eligible to handle the situation where an array is involved. So in order to work in a better way, we are supposed to deal with VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, where HLOOKUP is horizontal lookup and VLOOKUP is the vertical lookup. But actually this function is not working that well as VLOOKUP and HLOOKUPs are working, and VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP are having better utility. So we will be exploring the functionality of VLOOKUP, and to understand VLOOKUP, let's explore an example. That say you want to know the discount percent offered by a company by merely selecting the product. Because many times, say you go to a grocery store or say you go to a mall, and the companies are offering different discount rates on different dates. So it is very difficult to identify that how much discount is being offered by a company by merely selecting the product. It is quite time consuming. So VLOOKUP will help you that in that manner. So before starting VLOOKUP and understanding this concept, we are supposed to explore the formula, and the formula, the syntax is in fact equal to VLOOKUP, and it carries the arguments. That is, the first argument is lookup value, which is to be passed as a first argument, and the table array, that means where the data is to be looked, and the column index number, that means within the table array which column is to be looked up. Now the lookup value, as we discussed on the case of data validation, that you are having the data, say the product, quantity, price, amount and discount. Now the task is, say you select the product and you should know that how much discount is being offered. Now this is a small data, but might be a big mega store is there where thousands and lakhs of products are there. Then to manage that type of store will be very difficult if you are not using the software like MS Excel. So the data validation concept is already discussed, that you select a particular cell. So after selecting a particular cell, you go for the data tab, and under the data validation option you select the list option, and after selecting the list option, say you select the column which is carrying the information of the products in the store. That means in our case it is the column from A2 to A8, and we press OK, and a combo box appears in the cell G2. By clicking on the arrow button of that combo box, you will find that entire list of the products is available. Now just come to the cell beneath this cell, that is G2, that come to cell G3, and type the formula equal to VLOOKUP G2. That means where the formula should look, we are supposed to look at the product, and the product list is available in the section G2. So you are supposed to firstly select the address of the cell where the product list is available, that is our cell G2. And the second, subsequently the next component to be passed in the formula is table array, and the table array is the entire data which is from A2 to E8. You select the entire data, entire table, which is product, quantity, price, amount, discount, all data is to be gathered. Now final argument to be passed into this formula is to which cell you want to look. Now counting the number of columns, product is first, quantity is second, price is third, amount is fourth, and discount is fifth. So you want to know how much discount is there, so you just select the discount, that is the fifth column, is numeric number 5 is to be passed, and you just press enter. Now you will see that you simply change the product name by clicking at G2. You select say smartphone, and automatically the discount available at smartphones is reflected, that is 5%, and the moment you select earphone it will be 15%, so on and so forth. So you can handle enormous amount of data by using this concept of VLOOKUP. If you understood this, the same mechanism can be applied to HLOOKUP also. Now we are going to discuss one more thing, that is your frequency distribution using array formulas. We had already discussed about the array formulas. Array formulas are the category of the formulas when you want to map one set of data with the other set of data, and this formula is very useful when we are to prepare about the frequency distribution. So say we are having a data set which is carrying the numeric type of data, and say 15 entries are there, and you are supposed to classify that data in the class intervals, say 0 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 to 30. So you need to have the class interval, and the class intervals are recorded under the head of bin. So within the bin head you are supposed to pass on the class interval size. So 15, 20, and 30 are passed on as the class interval size. Now in the third column you want frequency of the data, so you select the number of rows where you want to populate the data with, that is the frequency distribution you want. Then you just type the formula equal to frequency, select the data set column, that is from A2 to A16, and comma, select the bin column, that is from B2 to B4, and press Ctrl Shift and enter, and you will find that your formula is transformed into an array formula because you are mapping the data set with the bin. So two arrays are to be mapped, and accordingly the frequency distribution is reflected in the third column. So by applying these concepts of array formulas, data validation, VLOOKUP, and your searching of the data, filtering of the data, apart from that sorting of the data, your mechanism, your working, your efficiency to work with Excel will definitely improve. So friends, in this session we covered about the sorting of the data, and we understood the filtering process of the data and searching of the data. We also discussed about the concept of data validation and applied this concept of data validation on the VLOOKUP formula, and we understood how to apply the VLOOKUP formula on the practical situation. Apart from this, we also discussed about the array formula and applied the concept of array formula to determine the frequency distribution. After going through the content of this session, I hope your efficiency and working with MS Excel will improve. I request you to exercise the concept taught in this session, and this will definitely help you out. Thank you.